So this week in the shop, I have probably one of the cleanest FD Rx7s that's in my area, at least. This thing is mint. Got some nice rims on it. I'll be doing a front mount intercooler install along with the aftermarket radiator install and all the intercooler piping in the bay. He just had the motor rebuilt and bridgeported. He's running the stock turbos, the twins, but it's running in a sequential setup. Or it's not running sequential anymore, so now it's both turbos open up right away rather than one opening before the other. Other than that, there's a battery tray that I made a while ago that I need to install for him. And he's looking for around 450 horsepower. I have to get it done by Pan Am, which is like July 14th. And it's because a guy from Puerto Rico is coming up that's going to tune it for him. So I'm on a strict deadline here. But yeah, this is going to be the build process of this setup on this FD Rx7. He's bringing the bumper down tomorrow, which doesn't really matter for a while yet because I'll have to trim it up to get everything to fit. Here's the intercooler. I told him I could make him one, but he was in a time crunch, so he just bought one. But that's going to be going on here, so stay tuned for more. It is like 1,000 degrees in here today. Anyway, I got all the old stuff out of the FD, and now I'm still letting the power steering fluid drain out. So after going over a bunch of different intercooler sizes, the Gretty intercooler is the one he decided to run with, because this guy needs to keep his AC, which is kind of hard to do on an FD when running a front mount. A lot of stuff gets in the way. But right now I'm changing over to power steering cooling lines. It goes from coming out front to looping back here. Then I'm going to mount my radiator. I mount the AC condenser. And then the intercooler goes up here some. And I got to start fabbing up the piping. And there's the bumper that's going on the car. There's this coil rad that he supplied. And the intercooler. Oh, we finally replaced Miller. So, of course, as usual, I was being crappy with filming. So, I think last I left off, I was pulling everything out. Well, everything's back in now. It's got to get mounted yet. Front mount's on. I got the whole hot side piping on there. Comes over, goes in. And then what I'm going to do now is, for the cold side, I got to come up and over just like this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with this one and then turn it straight into there. So coming out over the rad, you'll see two pipes there lined up next to each other. It'll be real nice. Oh wow, I'll do that again. Oh yeah. So I got Johnny Boy here making some mounts for the rad, some upper mounts. It's got one in over there, it's pretty solid. I'm working on the other one over here. Of course I'm still welding it because John don't know how to weld aluminum. But he wants to learn. So yeah, check back in later. Hopefully I'll remember to film before it's done. So back to the Rx7, I got this next piece.
Put it on.
Let's fit up there. Something like that's what it's gonna be. John's giving me sound effects. I gotta weld it up yet. So while I'm welding that up, old Johnny Boy here needs, well I don't need to, but I'm gonna replace this dull plastic looking coolant reservoir tank with a nice aluminum one. And John's going to take the helm on that. He's going to fit it up for me. See how good he does. And we'll come back in a little bit. So I got that flange and everything fit up. Now I just gotta weld it, and then this intercooler pipe will be finished. I can install it on the car. So I got that blow-off valve flange welded on. What does everybody think of the welds?
It's alright. I think you dropped your coin purse over there.
Yeah. I think I could possibly think about
What's the problem, Jake? Alright, so now that the intercooler piping is finished, these two fan connectors, I'm just going to have to extend them a little bit to meet up with the other counterparts, which are buried in here. So I'm going to start snipping wires and soldering connections in. And so I saved you guys the boring video of me soldering a bunch of wires, but here's the last one all done up. And it's even nice because what I'm going to do here, clean up his bay a little bit, is I'm going to tuck this instead of coming right over top. Decide to tuck it and come all the way around the side of it. So I'm going to try and feed it through with having the camera in my hand. And a little difficult. What I do yet is trim up the bumper that John's sitting next to. Got the intercooler piping all finished up. I made that coolant overflow tank, which I'll show you some clips of. I'm welding it. I got the battery relocated underneath there. Navin's here. Nevin. How you say your name right?
Nevin.
Nevin? Oh, I was calling Nevin. And all I gotta do then is just put 2 air filters on the intake pipes. And this guy is ready to go.